it out. I hope we figured it out, but we're back anyway.
Right. So this should be a blast.
Fixed, I think. All right. So yeah, missed the first couple words, but Reynardo. Reynardo,
Which
really.
Is fantastic.
Screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages. And no one ever returned.
That's a
The Ravens
big
were
ass frog.
Scouting for ancient books said to be of great power.
So ravens are the
But the librarians
antagonists.
had hidden the books. So they
Why's it
burnt
gotta be
the
birds?
librarians.
I like birds.
Citizens,
How's it gotta be ravens? It's
driven
always
them off.
ravens.
The ravens had come back with drops.
But ravens are the tiny
The kid
ones.
had fled with one of
Right.
those books.
Crows are huge. Why don't you use
Brave,
crows?
dumb, and
That's fair.
wanted to
Ravens,
join
I guess, are
rebellion.
like
Bernard
the grumpy connotation.
promised his
Right.
brother he'd protect him.
Wait, so who the fuck are we protecting?
His mother, that he'd protect the
He promised his mom that he'd protect
Someone.
Someone.
We're gonna
We've
find out.
been paying attention.
We
have been
we
paying attention,
are on
boys
top
and
of it.
girls.
I mean, honestly, we could probably restart it now that we have.
Dude,
everything
well, like, I think we know
functioning.
everything. Like, we could speedrun this
You're
now.
right.
Like,
You're right. We know.
we're good. We know
killed
everything.
All the birds.
This is a game called Stories Path of Destinies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about the game either.
Yeah.
At all.
This is like
It's a surprise.
surprise first time go through for the both of us. So it
Yeah.
should be.
All I know is that you can, like, there's a lot of paths and things you can do.
Yeah, it seems like at least from the little bit that I do know about it, it seems almost like a Fable where you can
Aw.
go either evil or.
Oh, I like the artwork.
Look,
Kinda-
give them the book. They'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book. I promised her I'd protect you.
So we're
Oh,
picking
okay.
a rabbit.
Damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
So yeah, so
Ugh.
we gotta hold the mouse button.
Gross. By the way, can you guys hear the game well or not? Can you hear the voice acting
The
at all?
thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah, like let me know if you can or can't.
Because we can boost it a smidge or a lot, depending on what we want to do.
I'm gonna boost it a lot because it has some good.
Voice acting stuff.
It's a little low.
Cool. So we boosted it. We're gonna try and go through some stuff now.
Got it. Oh, Peter Rabbit. Are you serious? Boo.
Okay, so from what I can gather, it's a lot like Fable, where you can choose kind of how you want to play out the game. If you want to be evil, if you want to be good, and each choice
Fair.
kind of takes you down.
Evil birds. Go away, birds.
Demons.
Demons.
The two ravens
hey.
were staring at the kid like he was their dinner.
Those birds
Which
have hands.
probably was what
They
was in
have-
their tiny
they have
brains.
Biceps.
Hey, Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at
You
him.
know what? They're some
Pick on someone as
swolvers.
ugly as you. Wait,
He just
that
dissed
didn't come
us.
out right. For the Emperor! The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Okay. Yours. Oh, and auto targets.
I'm not sure how
That's
to
kind of fun.
but,
But cool.
okay.
See, I literally am not. About to say, like, even if I don't move the mouse.
Right.
That's, you know what? That's convenient and for new players
A
slash like new
dropship
gamers.
flew overhead.
That's fun, and you can still enjoy the
Hoped They
storyline.
hadn't noticed it.
There is an airship.
The kid.
Where is Sid? Hold to grab, aim. I can chuck them off of the world?
Apparently we're super strong as well.
So it's a narrative hack and slash. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I'm not complaining about because I like the art style so far. Minus, I wish that the character did not look like he was drawn in paint.
Fair.
I wish they had a little bit.
More style. to him.
Well, he is clearly very stylized. I just wish that his outline was more organic and like and less thin, if that makes sense. I wish that they had varying thicknesses for the actual line art on him.
Right. That same rock.
We're gonna keep throwing you at the rock. Okay, so random comment.
Right.
Those are birds.
Oh, right.
This wouldn't work on regular
gate
birds
of heroes.
that have wings, not
Someone's
biceps.
idea of a
Well,
joke.
yeah, I was gonna say they're birds.
Making the
with biceps.
Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other
So how
side
the fuck
of the
did the
gate.
kid get it?
Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship.
Alright.
I'm not taking that damn
First
book
off.
anywhere. And neither are you.
Right.
Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero's sword.
What an up
And with
kid.
that, the kid
the fuck,
hopped
kid?
away.
Right, like
Had to hand it to the
Brat?
kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts.
No, we don't
Where
hand it
was
to the
Renato
kid.
going to get a
Fuck
hero
that kid.
sword?
That kid sucks.
Right. How's the sound?
Yeah, how's the sound going, guys? I assume it would be slightly better.
Right.
Also, they haven't introduced a way to heal. Nope. Or okay. What are these? I see glowing purple cube, blue and orange. I see a magma cube, ice cube, and then I'm going to assume utter darkness.
It almost looks like, because again, it's stories, Path of Destinies.
Yeah. Ooh,
It almost looks like
shiny.
good, neutral, and evil.
Yeah.
And wind essence?
I'm a liar.
That
You
sounds
are a
about
liar.
right.
Purple is wind.
I'll need a workshop though.
I have an issue with that being wind,
Right.
because it looks like just dark,
Especially when you have
like
a
utter
really-
darkness. Ooh, use
Perfect.
workbench. Ooh, I can crafty craft shit. Oh boy.
That we can craft a hero sword.
You could. What?
I wonder if that's how it gets.
Is that how we get to the kid?
Maybe.
I never would have guessed that shit. Alright. This is the sword crafting menu. Here, you can craft and upgrade powerful magic swords. Color me impressed. Why? Yeah, fuck that kid.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Gather the required materials from the chests scattered throughout Boris.
I think it's Glorious.
Alright, current level. Not crafted yet.
Oh,
Next level, level 1, look badass. Well, it's getting points for me for
Right.
using cursing. Hero here being a word defined as someone with access to an anvil. Yes.
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 And free ore and free wind essence, which is purple. The other issue I have with that is that
hero
they have
sword.
We've made a hero sword.
QED.
Next level 2 also allows to heal oneself.
So they gave you wind essence, which is purple.
So now I look badass.
Right.
Ooh, what is Void Blade? What? Yes, please.
What else you got?
Winter Thorn.
Winter. Well, water essence. Which that okay.
Yeah.
Assuming-
Fire. Does Earth just not fucking matter to you in this game?
Right. If the, like anything that does essences like that, I guess the ore would be the earth, but
But we still used wind essence,
right.
and Void uses more wind. What the fuck, man? I can dig through my old Greek fuel boxes if you want some random indie games to play. By all means.
Right.
By all means, I love indie games.
I got a sweet. So what happens to our other sword?
What was the other sword that we had?
Yeah, was it just not a? Just wasn't a hero sword.
Just wasn't cool.
Regular
We
sword.
just
This
weren't-
is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to
burn
protect
her.
the kid.
Wow.
But she never told him where the book was. Just the
Okay.
kid.
Okay, but so she told them where the kid was, but not the book.
Right, and the kid had the book.
Oh, okay. Well, she told the kid where the book
Oh,
was.
okay.
But like, I still would like to imagine she's like, no, I won't tell you where this precious heirloom is. But fuck that kid in particular, my child. I hate him. Take him away from me. Oh man.
Other thing is, lost my train of thought. I lost it that quickly.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that was fast.
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there?
How
And
would
there
you
was
know?
Peter.
You didn't have a hero sword.
Giggling
How
at
the
him.
fuck would you know?
How'd you get across?
Well, he's the narrator.
He asked the kid.
Ah.
He's not
Where'd you find a hook?
I'm gonna guess.
I harped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey,
I'm loving
look
the
out behind you.
cursing.
Cute, said Renato. Oh, ravens.
Oh, I
So
know.
I don't have to use. I do not have to use my left hand at all in this. So far,
Might be more for me.
I'm fine with hack and
It
slash
was time
games.
to talk
Like
some sense
I
into the
enjoy
kid.
hack and slash games. They are a nice.
Hook his way across the
vent.
ledge and chased the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it?
Altar.
Maybe if he meditated
Ooh.
at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
I like how the narrator doesn't sound sure. It's like maybe. Oh, it's skill. Oh, there's skill points. This got complicated.
Okay.
All right. Each time you gain a level, you also gain a skill point. Spend your skill points at the altars scattered throughout Kureos to gain new powerful abilities or upgrade existing ones. Ooh. There are 4 tiers of skill. The more tiers you discover, the more tiers you unlock. Cool. That's nice. You have a skill point to set.
I wonder where we got that.
You know what? I wouldn't know. But it's literally the only option we have. Ooh,
'Cause that's what
we
we
have
need
a
to get
supernatural
across.
natural dash, perfect strike, defensive reflexes, aggressive defense, health. That'd be nice. Speed, run faster.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never
Oh, you
completely
have to use
forgot.
that?
Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Sure, I'll dig some out and message the codes. I redeemed one I think you'd like called the Warden.
Oh, very
Symphony of the
nice.
Night.
Very nice. It's exciting. Hooks can be hooked, or posts can be hooked in order to gain blah 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 blah.
I have to use 2 hands. What a
Boo.
Boo 2 hands.
No.
Yeah.
Walk around the other side, dumbass.
Ooh,
No.
That was good. Just
No, I get it.
so it's
okay.
the closest
Yeah, well, you have to be like,
away from like not
Yeah,
facing it.
well, I
And
wasn't
there
facing
was
it.
the
It still did it
Farfair.
anyway.
Oh,
She was the fastest ship he'd ever known.
Farfair.
She could do the Kestrel run in
It is
12
the far
furlongs.
far.
So the salesman had told him. And something
very
told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book!
This
Shouted
kid
the
has an
kid
obnoxious
and took
voice.
off.
Spider
No,
fox.
Peter.
Spider fox.
it has
The kid ran for it. And a goggler.
A
nailed him
goggler?
beside him.
Is that what they did to his wife or his lady?
You mean his mama?
Well, yeah.
Oh shit.
It was,
Ah, called it. Okay.
is it? It looked like just a slice of meat. For a
I think it
second.
was.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes. And a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it.
Fucking
Why
kid.
hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh,
Shit.
damn it. Renato picked up the book.
Ah.
He couldn't let the Empire have it now.
So
He
I
was going to
wonder
have to get
if
it
there
out
was an
there.
option to not have the kid die.
He'd be a wanted man.
I wonder. But
Probably have
it
to
didn't
join the
give us, like, a
rebellion
choice
just to have a
tell
place
the
to
kids
dock.
that we would
Well,
take the book to the rebels.
He'd hated home life anyway.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, I can break things. Give me some oranges. Ooh. Oh, and health. Thank you.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. I wonder if I can fall off the edge.
Certain try.
Okay, I can't snatch things with it. That's a bummer. I refuse to continue elsewhere until I have full health. Yeah, no, I have boxes.
was the big deal about this book anyway?
Twitch says you're playing
Maybe
Siege.
he should.
Yeah,
open
no,
it
I was
and
on Siege
find
just a
out.
little bit ago. And then we just hopped on here.
All that had been years ago.
Yeah, we
How
can.
many?
Stories. Path of Destinies.
Excellent.
Done. We'll see how long it takes to.
Where can you run? Laughed the raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands
So they haven't
of Imperial
quite.
ships.
I mean, I'm assuming they're burning
fleet was
everything
doing
because
a
they're looking for the
thorough
book,
job.
but we don't know what the book
Take
is.
us to the rebel
Right.
base.
We just
I
know
will
it's a book.
spare
It's
your
a book.
life.
It's a very
It
important book.
called.
Actually,
The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only
Oh
a
my
few
god, the
islands
frogs!
to the
Look
east.
at their little froggy faces.
Beyond that
just frogs
were only the
versus
pillars
ravens,
of
that's
heaven.
what's going on.
A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes.
Ah,
The rebellion
you know
was out
what?
of time.
I mean, that's so far the
Unless
only thing we've been
Renato could
introduced
bring a game
introduced
changer.
to is the fox,
Maybe
the raven,
he could.
King Frog, and the froggies.
Renato had
And then
found
the
out
rabbit.
where he could
Dumb
find
kid.
pieces
Murder.
of
Dumb
the
kid.
Sky
Dumb kid
Ripper,
that just got murdered.
the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods.
The Sky
Surely
Ripper.
a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate
Another
message
bunny?
saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off.
Oh, boy.
Not stable enough to follow him down there.
Can we just eat
Now
him?
it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper.
Okay. So this is the first choice we have here.
First choice. Alright, guys. Should we try out going for a friend bunny? Or go for a super pretty magical D20 that is stuck inside of a time turner, it looks like, from
Right.
Harry Potter. Which is
Called-
apparently called the Sky Ripper.
Right.
It looks like a D20.
I mean, it may very well be a
Alright.
D20. Anyone have any suggestions?
Yeah, by all means, give us your suggestions. The real friends are the D20s you find along the way. Oh, man.
Well, how do you want to play it? Because we can go for the D20, which I feel like is going to be the more, I don't want to say evil route, but it's definitely the more murdery route.
Maybe. I mean, do I want to meet another bunny? No. After that bunny, that was obnoxious, but at the same time, that sounds like the more fun route, meeting an old friend. At the same time, though, magical D20.
True.
Magical D20 it is.
Well,
Or should we go for old friend?
well, this one has it has a pun in it. I'm sorry, if you go back to the old friend, harebrained scheme, spelled H-A-R-E.
I do like puns. I'm a noted bunny racist.
Noted. Well, now do you have to defend yourself by going for the bunny, or just accept the fact that you're a bunny racist now?
I just want them out of my hair.
And then I guess just let him die. Go for the magical sky.
He's not acknowledging my pun, guys.
That went way over my head. I completely.
You literally just pointed out the harebrained schemes comment.
I know. I know. That
Oh,
went
man.
Way over my head.
Alright, guys, I'm all ears.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh my god, One Man Wolf Pack! Oh my god! It's so nice to see you again, sweetheart. How are you? Welcome back to the stream. So, One Man Wolf Pack was one of the first people who ever subscribed to me.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Yeah. Super
And now
super cool stuff. Yeah. Super fun, buddy. But yeah, so right now, One Man Wolf Pack, we are playing a game called Stories, Path of Destinies. This is Kian, also known
Hello.
as Kureos.
Hello.
You probably see him pop up a bunch in the comments. He jumps in on occasion and
make offhanded comments. Really just.
just being a dick.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
It's about right.
I make sure to rate all of Megan's popcorn misses.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
I could make popcorn again. We don't have popcorn, which is a usual on this channel.
Right. So
However, I don't know if you guys are enjoying the fact that I'm not talking with my mouth full the whole damn stream.
right, just popcorn, just handfuls of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So right now we're at a decision, One Man Wolf Pack, and I would love your input. So we have two options right now. A kid just died.
Rabbit.
Is that the secret to being made a co-host? Being a dick? I can do that.
Yes. Just more.
I know, right? All right. So the two options we have in this game, you have a bunch of different storyline options that you can choose, and it changes the course of the game dramatically, apparently. But right now, we have two options. There's a rebellion and the evil crows. I mean ravens.
Right.
Ravens, and they're after a book. We don't know what the book does. Apparently, we can go try and rescue our friend who's a bunny, or we can go after what I described as the magical D20 in a time turner, which is called the Sky Ripper, which is the ancient artifact, cool magicalness.
Right.
So we have options, although the bunny one does have a pun in it.
You can't make new old friends as a choice
Can't
option.
make new old friends.
Can't make new old friends.
Rebellion was out of time, and Renardo needed a game changer. Even though Lupino wasn't what anyone would consider a game changer, he could come up with some pretty harebrained schemes. Maybe rescuing him was worth it. Friends are important. Also can't go wrong with puns. That is fair.
So it's come down
man.
to if this has a pun in it. Is that what we're going to? Does this one have a pun in it? I don't think it does.
Okay, so One Man Wolf Pack is voting option 1, Stein time. What's your vote? No, that's fair. That's fair. Tons of fun options.
Even that omniscient narrator seems like he's a pain.
Alright, real friends of the D20s we find along the way. Okay, so you're voting for the Sky Ripper. I would assume.
Yeah.
What's your vote?
I'm assuming you can have multiple, so we can just do magical D20 because we already just had to deal with a death of him. So I would
Rip
just
them
say-
skies a new one.
So I would say magical D20.
Alright.
Democracy is a farce. Especially when there's 3 votes.
Alright. Democracy is a farce.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
Every child knew
going
about
for
the
this
Sky
one.
Ripper.
Oh man, look at that
The
angry
transcendent
Froggo.
emperor had buried its pieces.
Transcend.
What could have brought them to light? This emperor, Isengrim III, had once been
Isengrim.
kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had
Obscene
he
rituals.
somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon
I
out of
want
the
to know
deep
what makes
places
them
of the
obscene.
earth, it was more than Renardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use
Kind of
it.
a scene where they just always naked, always having sex with something.
You know what? That's all I can hope is lots of froggy ridiculousness.
So I like how they went from legendary weapon to like perverse old gods. So that
As he
clearly
set
was
foot in the
evil
island,
option.
Renardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt.
And then
He'd left Lupino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renardo never made plans that required constant vigilance.
I like how it's
He was
shitting
a
on this
hero.
right now for choosing the
Right.
fun
He didn't think
option.
too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot.
Oh man.
He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends.
So I guess this
that
is
was
this
against
is our
his
renegade
nature.
okay,
route.
Could he stick with it?
right.
Oh boy, guys. Whew, man. Get the Sky Ripper armature.
Okay.
All we can hope for is that Lupino got eaten.
While not alive. Or alive.
But, like, hopefully he wasn't. It sucks, we hope he didn't get eaten, but if he was eaten, we hope he wasn't alive.
Right.
Ooh. Oh hey, treasure chesty chest. Yoink. Got some fire essence. Oh boy. Got a cube. Why are they cubes? I would like to know, by the way.
Right. The different elements.
And again, magical JRPG. Magic. Always knowing that you should never go the right way.
Right.
Never go the way the game wants you to. Never do it.
Search for everything before you move forward.
Exactly. Because if you do that, that's how you get all the treasure chests.
I wonder what could be back here.
Oh boy, guys.
Treasure chest.
Oh boys.
With another virus.
Because apparently they want us to,
This chest was really horrible. Get it?
Okay.
Hey guys, I like this game.
That's how this game is gonna be.
Hey guys, I like this game.
That's how this game's gonna be. I see.
Oh boy. See, I'm conflicted with how nice the graphics are in the game. Like, the cell shading is really cute.
But then,
the actual character design, I feel like, is lacking.
right.
Like, all the sprite design.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
They just have anvils just along the needle path.
Alright, gem socketing. Ooh! Ooh!
Gems.
I don't think so at all.
We will certainly find out.
But we have options.
Energy on a kill. So I guess on the right there is where you can select any gem.
Aw. Narrator, I ask you to kindly leave, sir. Is that Zelda? Alright. So, to upgrade to level 2, we still need 10 more. Can't make you, can't make you.
Almost can make you.
Can almost make you, Mr. Firestorm. While attacking, set enemy on fire.
It's always fun.
I like this. I like this sword. I like where this is going, guys. Alright, well, it's good to know that this is right here. No. Sorry, I'm so used to, like...
You moving with your anything else but the mouse.
Well, no, like, specifically moving with, like, left mouse button,
I got
like,
you.
for a while. Alright. That's right, I have to do this thing.
Hey, why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team.
I read it and it made me sad.
Activate. Well, I like how they were thoughtful and they put this here for us.
Right to hide behind.
Yeah. Come on! You got the thing!
Move that, move that. I think that was good.
I'll be fine.
They do.
I probably will not be
They
fine.
do so much damage.
They do.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky
Aw,
Ripper
thank
could
you,
destroy
sweetheart. And
anything
thank you
it
for
touched.
using my bagel
Or
butt
so
one.
the legend said.
My bagel, but why?
As the Transcendent Emperor
Aw,
had
thank
fought
you.
the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Okay.
Renato's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Which one? Oh, I did! I missed a pot!
Alrighty. You got a fucker there.
My blood was up and I'm at 69 health, guys. Winky winky. Use altar.
Oh, you can get it.
Dashy dash?
Nope. Never enough skill points.
Nope. Never mind. No dashy dash. So, random question. Am I gonna have to equip? Oh,
Hero
for
wall.
ice
Hero sword.
sword.
Ice wall. Ice cube.
I guess you need the fire sword for that one. How would it be?
I like how his response is ice. This is very hack and slash. Hey, 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 hey.
There
alright,
was
we
a
get to see what
radiance at
Destiny
the end
looks
of
like.
a long, dark tunnel. Mother,
You have died.
he thought?
Mother, he thought.
Okay.
Alright, so what is the checkpoint?
It looked like the symbol line.
Ow.
There it is. Back. Okay.
Bernardo wondered if he could learn
Now
to
you're
cook
not
this way.
Woo! Boopity boop.
Probably not.
Gonna break everything. Ooh! Fruitsy fruit. I love games that reward
Destruction.
vandalism. Let's say vandalism. That sounds nicer than destruction. Sure, why not? Can I break this? What's the point of having a little tiny jar there if I can't break it?
Because it's a baby jar. It hasn't grown up to be a breakable jar.
Okay. I'll get you next time on Legend of Zelda. Level up for the win! Alright, and yeah, it can't go back.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm kind of pissed off because they literally
Put the altar back there when you didn't
when
do
you
any
just
damage.
when you just like
Right.
you just walk by it. There are not enough enemies to justify you using the altar right there
Right.
to level up. And also another critique, you finally just got access to items in ore.
Right.
And you passed the workbench and they're already blocking it off.
Right.
Those are my critiques right now. What's over this way?
Because clearly this game does not reward you for going ahead.
Give me shit. Give me shit. Alright. Okay, and I can't fall off the edge there. What are you? We're taking you. The truth behind the Sky Ripper. I got picked up. I got picked up as a kid for criminal vandalism, criminal trespassing, criminal destruction of property. Not near as fun as this. That's fair.
Okay then.
The truth behind Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. I almost said a thick black mist. I don't know why. Too much Mistborn. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor has used Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. What's Iblis?
I don't know. I don't think it's gone into it unless it's like the Raven.
I'm gonna assume that's the Raven Emperor
Raven
and
big
or
boy.
God, deity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because they're talking about old gods and all
Yeah.
that fun stuff.
Then the TE buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence, or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and Iblis have deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim?
Okay.
Okay, so I guess Iblis is the deity.
Yeah.
Then we can assume. Cool.
Deity or creator of the weapons.
Ice walls only let you through if they knew you were cool.
I really like this game.
How dare you?
I really like this game, guys.
How dare you come in?
It's pretty simple with some critiques I have as far as item placement. What is that? What's that back there? I saw it doing the thing. What's that? Oh, it's just sparkly. I can't do anything with that yet. It looks like.
I mean, there has to be a way you can go back. Cause there was that ice wall that was back, and there's these walls up here as well.
Cool. Okay.
So I feel like you would have to be able to, because you're not gonna have the weapons at this point.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we get to go back.
Well, one way or another.
Yeah. Unless, I wonder if each playthrough of the game
Gives you more.
you get items. Ah, you
Almost like
fuckers.
moving plus.
Move.
These things really slice like ham.
This is going way better than earlier was. They do so much damage. Oh my god.
Yeah, they do.
I'm just gonna pretend to be mad at every pun the narrator says. That's fair. I will not. I'm going to pretend that the narrator and I are going out to brunch soon because I
Right.
like the narrator. Whoa, whoa. Nope.
That did like 23 points of damage right off the bat. So much damage.
Run back.
I'm just gonna wait for you to pass here.
Yep, all 4 of them.
And
Run back.
see every time just ha.
Alrighty.
Right. What is there?
Is there a thing?
Yeah, is there a thing on that side? Oh no, I guess it was just a wall. It doesn't have anything fancy on it. Can you break the wall?
Oh, I guess that's supposed to be so you can hide while it's going past.
Shall we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
I keep forgetting that I can also throw them off.
I wonder if you can throw them into each other. No. Like, it'll
I
kill
doubt it.
both of them. That looks like what punch.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato.
No!
Keeps you limber.
Wrong sword.
This is a very. You're not. You're not what you should.
Oh man. Ah, okay.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
No. Fuck you. Okay, now is there a way to... Oh, okay. Well, I'm assuming I have to use that guy. Yeah, I saw that. I want to click this one.
See what this guy does.
I'm assuming it changes it. Oh!
Well, that's disrespectful.
Oh! Oh, no,
So
no,
there's
no,
a-
no, no. Okay.
I think you want to do that first. Then.
Yeah. But how can I come back, though? Is the thing.
That way you can just run back.
Bye, Firethorn. Thanks for hopping on, sweetheart.
See ya.
Oh, man. Okay.
So,
I'm assuming I'm going to need to go over that way, regardless.
right. So probably hit the.
Just want to do that.
Okay.
Huh. So I guess it just reverses them to whatever they...
Right.
Well, let's do it. Bad
You-
decision.
you wouldn't have to- okay.
Let's make bad
Who
decisions,
needed
guys.
bridges anyway?
Oh, come on. How deep is the water?
Clearly, very deep. See, I think that on the ground there is the check.
Is it, though? Because there have been a couple that are not lit up that we've run by. Give me that fruit. Oh, it's a warp.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've activated it.
No, it's just a one-way situation.
Ew. Well, I guess now we know there's nothing fun over here, really.
Right. So this isn't the way we're supposed to
Yeah. I mean, it's still fun, don't get me wrong.
do. Right.
Spider-Manning around. Yeah, okay. Alrighty.
Just not swing.
I am.
Just it was.
So we're gonna go this way.
See? That wasn't so hard.
So that's all
Yeah, it looks like the way we're supposed to go.
right.
It stinks of the way we're supposed to go.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Oh.
They're also to use whatever that.
Okay. And also, again, it's just whatever direction I'm pointing my arrow, my mouse in. Because originally I thought I was like, oh, it's like highlighting the mouse, and I have to use the scroll button. Like, it didn't have either of them selected, so I just assumed.
Yeah.
Why can't I open it with my sword? Void that isn't void.
Void that isn't void.
Bernardo, smash.
Yes. Oh shit, that's right. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have to use that to get back here
Over there.
at some point. Alright. This is a cute game so far. Alright, I don't see anything I can use right now. So I guess we have to go down creepy stairs. Which I clearly don't want to do. The storyline is calling, and I don't want to answer to the plot. I am not the plot's bitch.
I do like it.
Oh, I really don't like this.
The Sky Ripper just 100% made. I thought he broke it up.
There it was. Skyripper's armature.
Okay, so it's the outside
The
of it.
stuff that dreams are made of.
Engineer's dreams.
dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it.
You
How
sure?
was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece.
Aw, thank you, Underestimated Monkey.
Skyripper
That's
had a
sweet of you.
heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to
So
get
I'm
this
assuming this is the female love
armature,
interest.
was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her.
Oh boy.
She would find him.
For some inexplicable reason.
For some inexplicable reason. He needed to get to this core of Skyripper, obviously. Oh, man. So guys, you were warned, no distractions. But she looks like she might be pretty.
Right. I mean, we do like the inexplicable, and wow,
You can words really well.
so good,
So good.
at
So good at the words.
I think we do that one.
You going for the bitch?
We can do what the
No
game,
deviations from the path.
We can do what the game wants us to do, or we can disrespect
Oh man.
it.
What are you guys thinking?
Well, we know what Stein Time thinks.
Yeah, it's time. You're voting no distractions. And I'm just gonna assume that when you finish the Skyripper, I'm hoping some evil entity possesses you, and that's the evil pathway. I'm hoping that that's it. Because if that's the case, I'll be very excited about it.
Right.
However, what do you want this murder toy, you gotta commit to it. Oh man.
Murder.
One man wolf pack. What says you? We going for the potentially hot bitch who looks like she's a kitty? Or
More murder toy.
or more murder toy / D20 of Destiny.
Right. More murder toy. Like, right?
More
I got like a headache that's just brewing right there. It feels great.
You wear glasses. That's what happens when
I
you
know.
wear glasses.
It feels fantastic.
I say go for the hot ladies. You know what? I'm behind that too. Hear ye, hear ye. What's
Yeah.
your vote?
I'm gonna go with the lady this time.
Alright, going with the lady.
Ronaldo asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them.
You know what the hot
Usually,
lady's
they
like?
worked out.
Murder toys.
After all, he was a hero.
Oh boy. It's high noon.
Nice.
Yup. Alright. Going for the lady. Going for the lady. See, like, okay, see, like, the artwork for his sprite is fine when it's the loading thing at the top right, which you guys can't see because we have our beautiful faces there in the top right
The truth is,
corner of the
though,
screen.
he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Sword Fu school.
Sword Fu.
He'd followed every
School.
rumor about her, every scrap of news.
Oh my god, it
Not
follows
that he
me.
still loved
Murder
her.
toy follows along.
After
What are we gonna
all,
name the
she
murder
was his
toy?
enemy.
We could just call it murder
No,
toy.
it was solely
That was
because
safe as bet.
know your enemy. But it would be great to see her, even if they faced off across sword points as they
He
did
just
so
said
many
it's not like
times
he
at
loved
school.
her anymore.
The world was a less interesting place without her.
Aw, we gonna go try and get the hot bitch who's definitely gonna kill us.
And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time for everyone.
No, that looks like the plot.
That straight to the plot.
I'm not ready for that plot commitment yet.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
Probably nothing.
Oh, come on.
Actually, it's like direction.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I feel like anytime you're near, you should just.
I like how, like, that, like, murder toy is reminding us you haven't completed murder toy yet.
Thanks for abandoning me, I guess.
I wish I could loot your dead bodies.
The frogs. So it's frogs. The frogs.
No, those are bunnies. They have ears.
Why are their arms green?
I think they're wearing gloves and shoes. But, like, they definitely have bunny ears.
Right.
This game has a lot of dead bunnies.
It does. I think this game is also bunny racist.
I'm not complaining about dead
He
bunnies.
needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak.
Alright, come on. Kill, boom, boom. Bunny! Alright.
Break the ice.
No, 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 no. I see you. I don't like you. Pokey, stabby, stabby.
That one has a different color inside.
Did it?
Yeah, I mean these seem like ice ones as opposed to the blue. So if you got him on, the blue one. It's like, oh, okay. Oh no.
2 eyes good.
Have 'em.
1 eye dead.
Interesting. Pokey, pokey, stabby, stabby. Still not getting any XP for this.
It's like you don't get into XP unless you like get live.
Yeah, the battle
Right.
things. Ooh, can I get both of you?
You can.
Oh my god, that's exciting. Oh yeah, so yeah, one is blue.
Right.
Now what in here is destructible? Nothing.
Sometimes, at home, he'd wave his sword around for hours.
Okay.
They're talking about dicks,
Renato
guys.
wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia,
Why are we
She'd be
capturing her?
expecting
I thought
him.
we were just gonna see her.
and he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core?
This game really just disrespects you whenever it can.
This game really does disrespect you whenever you can, and I'm fine with that.
Right.
It's funny. So we could make a winter thorn sword.
If we don't have any water essence.
Oh, you're right, we don't. So fiery fire it is.
This burning sword from the south was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
Nom nom nom.
So I wonder how you use.
Okay, so I only need 10 more to upgrade my hero sword. So
But you could also use those wind essences to get more ore to get a void sword too.
ooh, more energy. Use altar. Can't do jack shit.
Right?
I told you she had a legion of ravens working for her. And again, I can't do jack shit.
What? Where are the stairs? Oh, those are where we came to.
Yeah, that's where we came from.
Gotcha.
Alright, so. Going this way.
Look, it's not personal, but your mother wears army boots. On her ears.
I can't tell if he just called that guy's mother an upside down lesbian or what. I'm not. This game really is racist against rabbits. Can I go back? No, I can't.
Nope. As soon as you get into any combat, it's just like, no, thank you. Cat girls are untrustworthy. Murder toys are loyal. I think she's a fox.
No, I think she's a cat too.
Really?
I think she's a cat.
Okay.
Can I go in? Boo!
I don't like this.
I don't like this. It's telling me I can't go places. Guess we're interacting
Renato
with this.
slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all.
Bitch is gonna kill us.
Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her
Ooh.
bedroom. She was
Creeper.
curled up on her bed.
Creeper.
I'd
She gonna
forgotten
kill
how
me.
beautiful she was.
She's gonna murder
How
you.
sleek.
And then take
How
your money.
soft.
Are you saying
He
she's a
tapped her on the
furry?
shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, Sudi couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the rebellion plans, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind
just
of
wanted the
truth
pussy.
spell. A talky
That's how
truth
you
A
know.
talkie
She called her
truth
father
spell.
by far speaker Toad and filled his majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the far speaker in something like his majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia.
Oh, yeah, no, she's definitely a kitty.
That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn
Wait,
Zenobia
her dad's
against
the
her father.
her dad's the frog.
Apparently, yeah.
Renault's irrational decision to find Zenobia after collecting Skyripper's armature turned out to be a disaster. Maybe he could salvage the situation. He could turn Zenobia against her father. He could show her evidence of the Emperor's madness. They needed to pay a visit to the scientists on Nexus. He knew exactly what to say to make her listen. We're going with that.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you?
She's
asked
adopted?
She shook
What?
her head.
Would have
He
thought.
told her His Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him an eater of souls, an immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him.
I just wish someone
She
had
was
advised you against this
stunned.
course of action. Anyone at all.
Furious.
Eventually someone exceptionally
You're
handsome.
lying. Under a truth spell? It's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will.
It's just as some of the line work that bothers me.
Yeah.
Because it's just so heavily pixelated. Versus like everything else in this game. It's not. Like even like the backgrounds, like it's like a brush style.
Right.
Frog Thanos. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. So we're about to convince a bitch that her daddy wants to eat her soul.
Wants to sacrifice.
What kind of proof could you possibly have? She said as they landed on the Nexus. Your father ritually sacrificed a village, and he left witnesses? The scientists resurrected one. Well, it's not really alive, but
Okay.
it can talk. A true witness. She frowned. The dead can't lie. Well, I bet they could. They just don't have any reason to. She nodded grimly. You go on ahead. I don't want the ravens to see me.
Aww.
So the King Frog has an army of ravens and a cat daughter
Yes.
who's adopted somehow.
Never would have guessed.
Never once.
Never would have guessed in a million years. I mean, did it say that she just found out that she's adopted? I feel like she would know. Like, I feel like it was just kind of like, haven't you ever wondered why he adopted you?
Right.
So I'd assume that she already knew. Well, I like the background. I like how they animated the crystals. Cool. Very pretty, very pretty.
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
I think my favorite thing so far is how they animated the reflection, though, with the crystals.
Oh.
They did a very good job of that.
Right.
Alright. Doing the
Rough way to find out. Hey, as long as rabbits have no place in this perfect society, I'm thinking we should side with them. This is siding with Frog Thanos, by the way.
You know what?
He's playing to your murderous rabbit murdering habit.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Yes! Fair point, sir. Well done. Alright. Open, open. Give me treasures. Woo! Finally, a water essence. Ooh la la.
So our first water essence. And of course, so far we've only found fire door. That was before we got the fire.
It was before we got the
Right.
fire blade. Because they're real fucking great at planning this shit. Okay, combo. Ooh, time. Slow down time after a successful counter until your next action. Combat. Countering an attack now causes damage. I like that one. We had to put 3 into it.
Right, to get to the next tier or whatever.
Attack immediately in the perfect. Okay. You know, I might go with that. Stat wise, health is always good. I think I might go with the combo. I mean, either combo or aggressive defense.
Right.
I'm leaning aggressive
He
defense.
missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion.
Alright. Alright, let's use them now. Fuck you. Fuck you too, man.
Okay. Combos are good and delicious.
They are. I had some recently. Breaky, breaky, breaky. Yes, please. Boo. I do like the music box.
Yeah.
It's good. What was the point of coming all the way over here? 'Cause that's just gonna warp me back.
Reasons? I'm gonna go with the reasons. This is why I won't draw way over here.
She caught up with him. She seemed troubled. All right, out with it, he said. He sent his ravens to search for an ancient crystal. Something called
Oh boy.
the Iblis stone. Iblis? Isn't he one of the lost gods?
Got
He
it.
shivered. A stone dedicated to one of the lost gods. Well, that could give great power. But what would the god demand in return?
Well, the god's trapped in the stone.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And we got the purple thing.
We do have purple doodad.
Okay.
Take us higher.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
Goodbye, chest.
I mean, they really are making this world seem huge
Right.
in terms of like areas and locations that you could go.
Right.
But they actually are it's pretty linear. It's kind of driving me nuts. I'm wondering how many playthroughs and like how if it keeps stats as you keep playing or not.
With all the
Right.
secrets he revealed to the Emperor, the Ravens were probably heading for the secret base. Renata began to wonder if there would be anyone left to save if Zenobia changed sides.
Can I make anything cool yet?
6, 8, 12 there.
2.
2 for. 2 ores.
Yeah, or if it, you know, doesn't let me do anything. I like this flying ship.
Energy spheres. Easy to dodge, but boy, do they sting if you didn't pay attention.
Alright.
Health is not doing so good.
Murder
No, it's
for
like
his proper
Cher.
Christian name. Right, I'm thinking.
No, it's like Share legendary and dangerous enough that it only needs one name. Makes sense.
just the one.
Oh, cool. It started me off right here. That's
Oh.
very thoughtful of you, game. Yeah, I was about to say.
5 HP.
Y'all are leaving me alone for the most part. Very thoughtful of you. Very thoughtful, very.
Ooh, Renato hated warlords. The way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Cowards.
Really, dangerous and effective cowards.
cowards.
And there's the 5.
Hooray.
One level back to there. To our name discussion here.
Yes. For the good lady share.
And of course, now that you
Hey, hey.
you can't get back to that.
Yeah, but now I can't go back. Thanks.
Thanks, game.
Thanks, game. Really appreciate it.
Didn't want to go that way anyway. It's fine.
No, why would I?
That way.
Why would I? Hey, a workbench. Can I jump off right here?
I think it's just gonna push you there.
If it does, I'd be very, very, very grateful.
Hey, just now there's frogs. Munch.
What are they frogs? They look like the Rayman raving rabbits. Like bunnies.
More just fatter
The
bunnies.
Or
They're
bunnies just
skinny
fatter
bunnies
ones.
and
burning
fat
hulk.
bunnies.
Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was stunned. There goes my proof. These were scientists, not rebels.
Maybe that's
Zenobia
proof enough.
said, upset.
We'll find out.
Why would he do this? I don't know. Let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you on the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescuing.
So do we keep trying to turn Zenobia? Or what's the okay. I've seen if there's either one of them gave him like a no, you should do another one.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't seem like it. So rebel base, or do we keep trying to turn the hot cat? That's the question.
Well, okay, so it's like, okay, so we have finally turned Zenobia, it says. Renato has finally turned Zenobia against her adopted father, the Emperor, but the rebel base was still in great danger due to him spilling all of the rebels' secrets. Whatever Zenobia was up to, he was too invested to leave her on her own, to her own devices. Maybe you should meet her on the mountains. Cool, okay, so we have either way. So whatever Zenobia was up to, saving the rebel base was top priority. He would meet Zenobia again, he was sure of it, but first to the rebel base.
So Roman Wolfpack roads rebel base.
I'm leaning towards rebel base.
I believe I am as well, but I wonder what Steintime has to say about it since
It's time time. What you got, boy?
he disrespected his murder toy. Rebel base. Okay. So it looks like I think we're
Rebel
all in
base.
agreement.
Renato was torn. He wanted Zenobia to see the truth of her father. But she could get the
I'm
truth
worried
out of
that
her
if we
father
let her go
faster
by
without
herself,
him
he's gonna
tagging
go ahead
along.
and sacrifice her because he
Meanwhile,
didn't protect
the
her.
fleet would soon be knocking on the
I
door of
hope
the
that's
secret
not the
rebel
case.
base.
She seems like
Renato
she's a
had better
powerful
be
mage
there
kind of
when they
character,
did.
though.
Right. But it also said for the Raven, or for the Rebel base, it said he was sure that we're going to meet her again, which could just be a red herring at this point.
Yeah.
Look, we've been distracted all playthrough, so you might as well commit to the non-commitment.
So he had given the Sky Ripper's core to the Empire. He felt stupid about that.
Yeah, but they
He
can't
hoped the
do
Emperor
anything
didn't bring the
without what
Sky
he
Ripper against the base. There was nothing he could do to fight a legendary weapon. Renato hated when he screwed up. One of these days, he would learn to look before he pounced. But today is not that day.
But today
He
is not
intoned
that
for his
day.
own amusement.
Good man. Okay, so even though I was holding the fire sword, it's still...
Right.
That's
So
cool.
like
Boom!
Boom. Cool, we're gonna put one in combo. Because we like combos. We had that discussion. Good snack. Ooh, I can chop down flag. Exciting. All the destruction. We aren't gonna go on to that yet. We're gonna see what's past the gate.
right. We did we? No, we just did. Good lord.
Ah, treasure chest. Shiny, shiny.
Fresh socks, thought Renato. Please be fresh socks.
You must have some stinky feet.
It's all the running around here. Got it.
Alright. I'm wondering, like, this game seems to have, like, a decent amount of replay value.
Right.
But I'm wondering, like, I'm looking at all of, like, the backgrounds, and it looks like there's a whole lot to explore.
Right. Especially since we keep passing all the doors for all the stuff that we don't have at the time.
Kind of is driving me crazy.
His mother had never let him wave his sword around at home. He guessed he was still compensating for that.
Yes. Yes, I am. Alright. Okay, cool. Hey, look! What?
You can upgrade our
Giving
heroes.
me a workbench? Oh boy, guys. Alright, can't make you yet. Can't make you yet either, damn.
So we have
Okay,
four.
upgrade. Cool.
Quickly cook time.
So I can just use that to heal myself up.
So it looks like there's a way to switch between your swords. Not entirely sure how.
Options. Nope.
Gameplay maybe?
Nah, I mean, they wouldn't have something like that in there, I don't think.
Because I mean, if you now we're now in the top left, you can see the new sword. And no longer has that like fire sword in it.
Hey!
Wow. I wonder if there's
Probably not. Hey.
The raven was slumped in a pile of its own feathers, like a tree in November.
You can't stop us. The Emperor has a weapon no warrior can defend against.
What happened to you? Renato asked. But the raven chose that moment to go to the great nest in the sky. So they'd made the cord into a weapon. That wasn't good.
Well, we didn't go for the core. Still not regretting that hot woman.
Never. No good. We don't have.
Ever.
I don't think there's a time in history where going after a hot woman ever ended.
Oh my god!
I figured you were gonna hit this in the store for it.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. For a hot sec, I was.
It's like, hold on. Let me get my notebook. And
Renato hated
here's a
gobblers,
list of 30.
but it freaked him out to cut them.
What's that?
Alright. I don't know, what does this lever do?
One man wolf pack says, I'll be back in a minute.
Alright. Oh, shit! I definitely hit the other way. Come on. You hold this.
Yep. I get pretty much all of them. That's excellent.
Boop. Got much better at killing these fuckers.
Alright, hide behind the wall. Wait for it to
Yep. Sneaky sneak. Ooh, look at these stairs. Ooh. I think the plot is gonna happen.
The long stairs.
The long
So it
stairs.
was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
I like how they have the wall.
I like how they kept in the bird theme. This guy crotchety old from. Yeah. Cool that they have that. Anything for me to take? No. No.
Doesn't even look like anything for you to break.
I know. I'm sad. What are these? Oh boy. Secret stairs, guys.
Renato
Secret
had never
tunnel,
slain so many
secret
ravens.
tunnel.
The secret base was going to stink of burnt feathers for
I
months.
didn't use my
The
fire
council
sword.
speaker was confused. Our spies say Zenobia has gone berserk. She attacked and destroyed an entire squadron of dropships. This was amazing good news. He'd shown her the Emperor's evil. Now she'd gone over to the rebel side. Now is our moment. Attack! Renato exulted.
Say attach.
They could win this thing. Zenobia commanded half the fleet. Who would follow the mad emperor when they could follow his heir, who was wise and smart and a brilliant sorceress besides? But what about the core and the Iblis stone? What evil could the emperor wreak with those? As he closed in on the
This game
Imperial
reminds
fleet,
me of
Renato liked his odds.
King's Quest, the newest one, in terms of like the animation style and like the narration style as well.
Yeah. The narrator almost sounds the same, if I remember correctly.
Well, no, the narrator for King's Quest is Christopher Lloyd.
Got it. Got it.
So this one definitely sounds younger. Younger.
Is that what we're going with? We're going with the other?
They're going with younger and different, completely different. You were wrong. He doesn't sound
Different.
anything like him at all.
Different.
Oh,
different
how
person.
had he gotten into this mess? He'd never set out to be a hero. When he was a kid, he'd wanted to be a great cat burglar, until his mother had explained about foxes and cats.
So he
And then
just-
the Emperor had gone mad and started sacrificing kittens to the lost gods. There were a lot of dead ravens here. Who had slain them?
So wait, if he was sacrificing kittens, why'd he adopt a kitten? Number one. And number two, your mama already explained to you the difference between foxes and cats, honey, and you still are going after that cat.
Absolutely. Did you not see how
Okay,
hot
so
she was?
all I'm understanding is that our main character has a cat fetish, which is fine.
Right.
Nothing wrong with
There's
that. I'm just making sure I understand.
I just wanted the comprehension.
Yeah, just making sure I understand that we've covered our bases.
Right.
Minus this rebel base, we clearly did not have that covered.
Right. That we graciously
Ooh, sparkly, sparkly. We're gonna stand on a sparkly, shiny platform. Where we go? Where we go?
forward around.
I like how empty murder toy just follows us.
Just like, I wish I had my murder stone.
Wish I had my murder stone, guys. It'd be great. I'm gonna go ahead and do that so when I find shit to, you know, eat energy-wise. Ah, okay, fine. I guess it's just gonna... Hey, can't get her pregnant. Yay. Silver lining. Silver linings time. And here I am using the WASD keys.
He wasn't
It's
that
so
good.
habit. They were.
Yet.
And
for
I
every-
tried, and I can't. Ugh. Okay. I hope that is not the case. Okay, so... Whoa, I just paused for a hot second.
Where did that go to?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, darn.
That was a different.
You have died.
What now? We can go to.
Yeah,
the
now we can go to that other place.
see what's over here.
Oh, totally worth it.
And time to murder. Was it an altar back?
It won't let me go back more. For some reason, I mixed up the altar with the workbench, and I was like, I can go back and do more things. I can't do more things. We're gonna heal up a little bit. It won't let me go past 98. Huh.
You might not have a for the next.
I feel like the fact that it'll let me hit multiple enemies at once.
I have to watch out.
That hurt.
Fuck, man. Here, your turn.
Okay. We're gonna do it.
Your turn. First time playing the game.
Right. And we're going
Here you go.
to.
And while you do that,
How could you?
and I'm not sharing.
I'm not sharing one bit. Okay, I believe it was Alt 4. Yep. Now I wonder if it keeps. Okay, so it keeps that going.
To everything, there is a season. He turned
I was
over
hoping it would
and died.
auto dash, but he did not get that. He did not auto dash.
I got ice cream, guys. Sorry, it can't be one of my streams without making something. This one has some on the leg.
Bernardo had learned so much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
No. Oh my god, what?
What's enemy doing?
What the fuck, man?
Alright, what do you want to do? That's more HP?
I feel like HP. HP is the way to go. I'm gonna let you go back. Boo!
Because I'm so much was gonna say better, but I can't. It's not true. I died like 3 times in the time that you went to get ice
Are you
cream.
serious?
Yeah.
You could have just lied. I came back and I was like, oh shit, he already did it.
And I got murdered the first time.
Bernardo had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
Oh, what?
Get that energy. Get that energy, man. Break all the boxes.
Alright. Some of that health back. Excellent.
There was a sign. Take the goat across first.
Can I get up?
Pop.
Sandra
A goat.
yeah, I was at
I would like all these things. Yes. I would like all these things. First, break all of this shit.
Interesting. Is that like a poofy in it?
Yeah. What do the poof do?
How poof? Why poof?
How poof? Why poof?
Truth was, Bernardo really liked the sound his sword made in the air.
I like how self-aware the game is.
Right, just say, hey, stop swinging the sword.
No.
How do you feel?
No, I don't wanna.
Right.
Alright. Fight the verb. Fight the verbs, man. Yep. They didn't want you swinging while
What
they
were
wanted
these
added
poles
content for when you do.
exactly?
Right.
Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Do you want
What's your free to do?
Bernardo wondered what he could make with all this ore and essence. Oh, right. Probably a sword.
what?
I mean, at least they're self-aware. It's
Right.
it's like Undertale, killing everything is fully acceptable because the creator wrote content for it.
Right.
I disagree with you because Undertale, no, don't kill things, don't do it. Don't make me cry. I really want to know what those fire peaks are dark to.
Right.
Because there's some that are not lit on the other side. Ooh, Warlock. Yeah, get the other ones, the other two on the other side of the ship. Oof. There's one at the very bottom, to the left. Oh, I lied. There's not. What does it even do? If Victoria wanted to stay alive, she wouldn't have engaged in combat. Rude. You leave Goat Mom out of this.
There were raven bodies everywhere. The precision of the wounds. Bernardo recognized her style. It appeared that she was single-handedly turning the tides of the battle. Good. That left the Emperor with only the core. Against him, all the rebels, his daughter and her ravens. He wished he was fighting alongside her. But they'd meet up soon enough.
Alright, Frogger.
Right.
It's
here.
time.
Here we go.
Smash all the things.
Just
Or-
occasionally
You're leaving ore. Wasteful. Children are wasteful these days.
get it when I feel like mom.
Wasteful.
God.
There are starving
Starving workbenches.
starving bunnies somewhere in this world. Orphan starving bunnies.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not affecting your health at all. So obstacle. Toriel is not a good obstacle. Thank you very much. Project.
Bernardo felt new powers ready to blossom within him.
Achievement
Or
unlocked.
something.
Anger management.
Good.
Nice.
Very excellent.
They made that timing pretty easy, actually.
Yeah. This is just pause after you pull.
Renato
Yeah.
wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
Yep, I agree. Top left.
Yeah, I mean, that just seems like anything. It's weird to have just a thing that has.
Yeah. I feel like they're just doing this to be dramatic at this point.
Right.
And they were finding all the places they could possibly put it in it. So they like put them on the boats in battles to confuse us.
Just
Oh, shield!
should run some attacks,
Grab and throw another grunt into him. So grab one on the right. Yep. Oh, he breathed. I was really hoping that that was going to be a lockdown.
Yeah, I think that got really. So here comes a big shield. Oh, the smaller shield.
No, wait.
He wants it.
Looks like it.
Zenobia was cutting down the Emperor's bodyguard like they were mushrooms.
It's like a small Death
The
Star.
Emperor was frantically readying some arcane instrument, brass and hammered steel wrapped around a glowing, thrumming sphere. Skyripper's core. Zenobia! Bernardo shouted. But he had no idea what else to say. Revenge! She shouted as she cut the last bodyguard down. A ray lanced out of the sphere. Everything around her burst into flames, but her sword seemed only to absorb it. She walked towards Isengrim
She about to
III
murder
like
her
she was
daddy?
walking
Or
against
is
a
she
river.
about to become possessed?
Nothing could stop her. They were going to win. Zenobia stabbed the Emperor dead and flicked the moaning apparatus off. She was laughing hysterically. Or weeping, maybe. They had won. He ran to her. I killed my own father. She wept, and he held her. He told her he loved her. He would pull her back from the brink of madness. But the core thrummed louder
Okay, she
and
won't be
louder.
possessed, I hope.
At that moment, Bernardo understood that the core was going to explode catastrophically. And that this could have been victory. The
Ronaldo
Emperor
about
and
to
his
stick his
daughter
dick in
dead,
crazy.
the
Yeah, pretty
fleet
much.
destroyed. He'd almost been a hero. A legendary one, maybe. If only he and the rebel fleet hadn't been here.
Did we lose?
Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away
Oh,
from
there's 24
Ubar.
stories.
And it
Holy
was still
shit.
burning.
Okay.
He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
Okay then.
Continue.
Tier 2 skills unlocked.
New truth revealed. The Skyripper core is unstable. Desert Temple. Ooh.
We don't know anything else.
So we got the last one.
We got the very last
Which I
one
like.
first. So what if we... I guess it just highlights...
Okay, so I guess there's 4 big truths,
Right.
which I'm assuming relate to the 4 main characters in addition to you. So your bunny, Lopin. I
Right.
forget. I want to assume it's Lopin
right.
from Stormlight. And then Zenobia, her dad, I'm assuming, the frog.
That or whatever core... Or no. So this is...
Iblis,
that was
the
the
demon
core.
thing, maybe?
Right. The stone or whatever it is. Because that's the only other thing. I mean, like, that doesn't look like a person or anything. It doesn't...
Well, I was thinking it looked like an eye.
Yes.
That's why I was assuming the frog. But, okay. Well, I guess let's continue.
He'd made bad choices.
He'd made bad
But now,
choices.
when the real battle came,
Lapino.
he wouldn't make
Yes.
those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards,
I'm
towards the
assuming this
beginning,
is the book that we got from...
and he realized that his adventure was just
I'd assume.
beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
Calling
It
you
was
out.
time to
amazing.
choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert.
Oh my god, they're giving
The
you
Emperor
more
had brought the
decisions.
Skyripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed
Oh my
rescuing.
god, we're getting more options
Lapino
as
was
we
no
go.
game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Oh boy.
So what do we do?
Well.
I would say one of the 2 options we have. Because I mean, we could do this and go to actually get the core instead of helping the his love interest that he can't impregnate.
Yeah.
Or we can start fresh.
What do you guys think in terms of storyline?
Stein time.
Stam time. Mr. Steam Team. And our one-man Wolfpack, who is...
I think he's still.
He said he'll be back.
Yeah, I think he's still working on
There's
it.
also ice cream if you want some.
I'm
I want to see Murder Toy in its full glory. I'm also kind of leaning towards Murder Toy full glory, which also, like, now we have more swords. We can
Every
also unlock
child
more
knew
things.
about the Skyripper. The transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to
Okay,
the
so
surface.
he's not the Transcendent.
Renato wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another
But
catastrophe.
this Emperor...
Had he somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep
Democracy is a
places of
farce.
the
I'm
earth?
the only voter.
It was more than Renato
It's okay,
could
that's what I
fathom.
wanted to.
But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Okay, so I'm assuming that the evil, like, Lost Gods is the other truth because it had the same
Yeah.
slit eye.
See what? Because Ildris or Ilbris or
Iblis.
As he set foot on the island, Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt.
again So the second
He'd
time.
left
Again.
Peppino behind.
We really don't like our old
He hoped the
friends.
Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the ravens.
Why do we need old
He
friends?
hoped they hadn't eaten
Can
him.
we re-get...
If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Ronaldo never made plans
Okay, well that
that
makes a lot
required
more sense as to
constant
why they
vigilance.
place things where they are.
He was a hero.
Because you're going to be
He
playing through again,
didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out.
and you're building off of
The
everything.
Sky
that you
Ripper
have.
was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it.
Okay, 'cause
No
that really
side
bothered me.
journeys, no
Like, it was
rescuing
really
old
frustrating, where
friends.
It's like every single time
That was
I can
against
do
his
something,
nature.
I can't do something.
Could he stick with it?
Right. That's what happened. I thought this happened. But... No. I see.
Did you go to the right?
That's what I was saying. I thought that was...
No, I mean down and to the right.
Yes. That's where we just came from.
No side journeys. But we'll find a way, don't worry.
We're gonna
This
ruin
chest
your
contained
time.
blank passports from 15 countries. And something useful.
I love it. Blank passports from 15 different countries.
That's what we need. And we have our lovely workbench down here.
Swords. Sword at maximum level. Ooh! Void blade.
We need 6 more.
Aww.
We need 3 more. We need 2 more.
Can't
Can't do nothing.
do nothing. Ooh.
These are all okay. Oops, back. Why? Oh, because left click.
Yeah, left and right click was fucking with me too. I'm glad that the bunny did have to die at the beginning.
Right.
I'm very happy that that is a part of the story. Ooh, you can do a thing.
Can I?
Whee!
Ooh, shiny.
No essences. That's the same.
Warpy warp.
Or do we want to do the warpy warp? Or no, there's not. Oh, no, there's. So is there? I don't remember.
But you can't go back. You have to warpy warp. Which explains why they have those random warp tiles like everywhere.
Right. Was there a? No. Sorry, I just did it twice for fun.
Yep, you sure did. Twice for funsies.
Fun. Let's do it again.
So let's do it again.
do it again.
Third time's the charm.
Clearly, it's gonna have.
Oh, you get to do these guys now. You say guess who's gonna get poked?
Okie dokie.
Oh, don't forget you can also. Well, actually,
Heal.
run and.
Yeah.
Yeah, dashy dash. It's just like life, you can't go back. Also, you
As
are a
for the
fox.
gate, well, he could take her or leave her. Sorry. It's best I could do.
There's a fence.
I just I'm amused by the fact that I can just open and close the gate. So I'm gonna open this one.
The people who had built this castle,
I'm about to hit all.
did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls?
There went
The
all of
Sky
the
Ripper
health.
could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway.
And there was only one thing. Health.
Oh, we got some new stuff here.
I'm voting health because I want to see if you click on health if it will also fill your health bar.
I got you. True
Sword foo.
sword fist.
Sword foo, boys. Sword foo.
Alright.
Oh, what's the other underneath stats?
For this
That
one.
one.
Oh, okay.
Maximum stamina. Okay.
So let's do another.
That could come in handy in a pinch.
Healthy health.
Did not fill it. It did give me, I guess, the bonus for it.
Yeah.
I did not fill it all the way. Slide it in. Just.
Gently, gently, just the tip.
Yes. Make sure you're angling there, right?
Yep.
Otherwise.
Be painful. Yep. Oh boy. Oh, it's Shield Boy. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so they're leveling up the enemies as you go through. I really like that. Oh, like you said, it keeps the game fresh. Versus like just being bored. Yeah. Oh my god, he has a maze. He's so cute. Oh, his eyes are purple.
The worst thing about ravens was they never dropped any loot, and no one ever wanted the feathers.
True shit, man. You know what? I think and they want you to be deep.
All of it's working. Pisses me
Some rude ass bullshit.
off. Some absolute bullshit. So I don't think you can get any more S's in the chest.
That's my order, thought Renata. He was such a wit.
Oh.
Because so far all the ones I've opened.
Read that and see if it's changed. No, it's okay. You already. Yeah.
Just fine.
I have returned. What did I miss?
Welcome back.
Well, we are. Did you see the very end of that story? With Zenobia and her dad. That whole thing. Apparently, there's 24 different endings. And something that I'm really enjoying is the fact that like stuff scales. So as you're fighting and killing stuff, like as you're leveling up throughout the stories, that keeps. Nice.
Well, the eyes have had it.
Spinny, spin, spin. Spinny, spin, spin.
And
I mean, it worked out pretty well. See if you can get all 4 of them piled up in the same spot.
oh, hey, who's that? What is this? A time thing, or was it just with the light?
No, it's a time thing. Alright, get all 3.
Get it. I don't think you can get them in the same spot.
Get him! Go kill him!
But I'm not. They don't want
Too far to the left.
more.
I know, I wanted all 4 to be in the same spot too. But we can't have everything. Can't have everything, Kian.
I want my cake. I want to eat it too.
Too bad.
It's too bad.
It's too bad.
You're not even allowed
Too
to
bad.
have the cake.
No cake.
No cake.
Not even cupcakes.
Not even. Dang it.
Zenobia, it's Zenobia. Duh. Crazy Town banana pants over murder toy floor. I do like the magic designs that are blocking off the door. It kind of looks like a running I also appreciate that the endings look different enough.
Already, Renata knew more than he ever had.
That it's not just like, oh,
about
one
what?
slight little thing, like, I couldn't tell that he was carrying a shield because he looked exactly the same and there were so many in one spot.
Right. Here's that neon.
Yeah, he's like greeny green. Hey! Okay. Do we have to go to work match?
I think so. Hold on. I'm curious as to if there's a control.
Options. Controls? Go to controls. No. Controls.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see it.
Switch
1,
swords.
2, 3, 4.
Hey.
Okay. So, resume game.
There we go.
Ooh, what's there?
Zenobia, here I am over here calling her Zenobia like this is Princess Diaries or something. Yeah, it's with a D. Not to insinuate I know more about this game than you do, but duh.
Okay. That went surprisingly. Ooh, look at this shiny boy.
Whew, that's so shiny.
A present? For me?
Ooh, we got a gemmy gem.
Critical chance. I already appreciate it.
There had to be a way to use the Sky Ripper without causing a catastrophe.
Oh, so that's what that
Why? Maybe it's always dangerous, he imagines Zenobia saying. Always the voice of reason, that one. Well, there had to be a way to use the Sky Ripper because not being able to use it was boring. So there.
So there. Ooh, stats. What you want to put the stats in?
What we
That sounds useful. Shield hooking. Yeah. Shield enemies. Got the
There
mini
it
thing.
was.
got our pet back.
Sky Ripper's armature.
It is our pet.
The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece.
His only other.
Sky Ripper had a heart. A core
I
that had
missed
come to
you,
rest
Johan.
on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven
Do it
battalion.
again.
No, just
She
no.
must be encamped there
Just for the
still.
disrespect.
But
Just to get
fighting
distracted
Zenobia
once
now,
more.
that made no sense at all. He'd already
At least we know she
sacrificed
loves
one
you,
friend
too.
to get this,
Right.
this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her.
Although in all fairness,
She
doesn't
would
say I'll
find
be
him.
back.
It's true. But we also didn't go to see her. We went to the Rebel base. We didn't go to see.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself. Only a series of coils and
He's
wheels.
just a bunny.
War demanded sacrifices.
Fine.
And he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest
Well, right
good,
now
no
we're
matter how
choosing-
much it cost him.
The greatest.
Zenobia.
We're choosing
Well,
the cost.
He would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core.
the
Obviously,
magical
he
D20.
had to get the core.
Yes. If you were bun in this game,
You are screwed. Yeah, pretty much. You know what? We're just taking the Undertale route. Play pacifist first, so that way, or play genocide first, so that way you
But-
don't feel as bad when you kill characters.
Yeah, and you can save everyone eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
You'll get to that point.
He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old.
I wonder if
He'd
ending
been there
number
before he
one
was
is like
born.
the true ending,
And they'd be there after he'd passed
like
into
the
legend.
good ending, like everybody's
Was he
safe.
confronting
Oh, I
his
got
own
you.
and all the good
unimportance?
things.
What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero. And soon he'd prove it.
It's a cute game.
Yeah. I like the world building, like all the backgrounds and everything that they have.
Yeah.
All very wonderful.
There were a lot of shiny, smooth, curved with leather, buckles, and kind of smelled,
What?
you know what?
It's getting
Never
sidetracked
mind.
there.
Yes, there was also ore and other useful stuff.
Or
Let's
and other
focus on that,
useful
shall we?
stuff.
Is there anything? Nothing. Okay. Let's see what's over
like those.
Had the Transcendent Emperor actually called his weapon the Sky River? Seemed a bit grandiose, didn't it?
Okay, so
The plot calls.
the plot forcibly.
Ooh, what's that? What's that? What's that? No, it's not that. No, no. Go over to that well.
Yeah, that plot. What's the plot?
You're right. That does look like plot.
So
Oh, jump down the well.
into the plot we go.
Into the pits of Hathstone we go.
Well done.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I had to throw in a reference at some point. Ooh, there's thorns.
Maybe I can get some sweet arm scars.
Oh boy, let's get some.
Let's see the future. Oh, wait, we're
See the
already doing
future.
that. I think this way is where I don't want to go. I don't need to go. Yes.
Bernardo had a lot of crafting materials. Now all he needed was a crafting bench.
Oh, we still are 2 away from getting the frost.
We might be able to upgrade the fire one.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
That's right. Oh, sure.
Yep. Like I said earlier, though, I really do like how they animated crystals in this game. The reflection, they did a very good job with the reflections for them,
Right.
and how they're like refracting the light.
And even the way the light interacts with the facets of them.
Mm-hmm. Poke, poke, stab, stab. Oh.
Shy.
Hey, boy.
I just told you.
Oh, what? What? Oh, that's very exciting. That's a good action.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest, the mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
This was an unhealthy place to be.
Oh, kind of.
Again, that button mashing.
Just kind of.
Oh
They
boy,
really
that button
teach you to
mash.
mash those buttons just to constantly be in the menus.
Yep. They want you to appreciate their work.
Right.
They work hard to make these great games for us.
Can I borrow that?
Ooh. Very nice. I wonder, okay, so I wonder if you leave this around, or if you cook it like that, you could eventually take it. But they stayed on the ground for a little bit.
Or really slow.
Well, now you're foxed.
Hey. Oh boy. This is a really cute game.
This is. And it's not like super mechanic heavy. I mean,
It's not, but it builds on itself the whole time,
Right.
which I like. So I'm wondering. I hope they introduce more swords. That's the only thing. But it's pretty simple as far as that goes. Get the magical D20.
what if I don't want to?
D20 of Destiny.
That's
No.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a
Yes.
temple of the dark arts, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin.
I like how he's
Then
refusing
glow.
to say D20.
The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war
You
apparatus.
don't even know if they
He
died.
carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak
Is this the only
havoc on the
option they're
enemy.
giving us?
And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
I would go with scientists.
All right.
Yeah, I'd go scientists.
Of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras
Get
himself.
Murdertoy a checkup.
Yes. The observatory would be his objective.
Oh man. I do like the fact that you're visiting the same areas for different reasons.
Right. Right. So you can see them in different. I'm assuming there's going to be.
Well,
slightly
it's still
different.
keeping the world building. Like it's still like
Right.
you're not going to that area just to see the zombie.
Right.
Like you're now going for the scientists, and I hope maybe you get to see the zombie.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Since you didn't tell everyone everything.
Why had the
Our
parts
precious
of the
baby needs
Sky
to be
Ripper
healthy
only
before we put it to
surfaced
work?
now?
Exactly.
Thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it. The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction. And
true.
hopefully this time, just his destruction.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
I've been snack the breathing.
Yeah. So what do we want next? Dash through enemies would be nice. What are we? So slow time, freeze time. Kill any enemy in a single strike. Nice. So, what do you want to get next?
We could get the slow time, I guess. Maybe.
Haven't you
Just to-
always wanted
just
to
to-
do that?
Work off that top row.
So, I don't think we can put our foot in. Is that out?
Bye, One Man Wolfpack. Thanks for joining.
Bye. Have a night. I'm assuming.
Evening. You left one. Right up there. No, you left a quartz. Chilling out. Kill it. No. No. No.
Dang it! I want to get those first.
We are destroying everything.
Everything is broken.
Everything.
It wasn't his fault. They looked
There.
so breakable.
Aw, thank you for watching the stream. It was lovely to see you, hun. And yes, now you get to meet Kureos,
Hello.
who pops up in the comments on occasion
I just show up sometimes.
when he fucking feels like it.
Yeah.
Get the healthy bits. Get the healthy bits.
Okay.
Nom nom nom. Oh, there's two up there. Get them, break them.
Ah.
Get them, break them.
So it looks like we come back to this one.
Yeah.
If only he had some way to break the ice. Or
Aw.
convince it he was a friend.
have enough. Make the icy ice sword. I've left so many things.
Break everything. So what like this goes if the other one goes. This is dropping hits.
Oh, cool. That's convenient.
Well,
Now we have our murder toy.
that just happens to be.
I do like the fact that it follows you.
Right,
It's
it's
kind of
like-
adorable.
Hey.
It's like our evil little Navi.
It's like, hey, listen.
Okay, listen.
He felt like Tarzan.
Aw.
It's 'cause they have tongues.
Spider box, spider box. Da, 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 da.
I like it. Even when you go back to something else, it makes a difference. Yes, slow down.
Huh.
Interesting.
It is.
I was curious to see how the slow
Oh, you're about to
time
miss him at the top. Crystal's at the top left. Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Oh,
Break everything. I feel like it's very obvious right now that I am the type of gamer that
The legendary
I
weapon was
collect every
exactly
single
what the
item.
rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims,
You know
and the
what?
other animals were too frightened to rebel.
I did too.
Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to
But
do.
you know what we're not gonna get?
To bring back the lost gods.
That one
the
chest in
Black
particular.
Harvest.
Because this game
The
doesn't
Black
encourage
Sun.
or allow any sort of backtracking.
No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Boo.
Renato checked to make sure his sword was still working. Yep.
Yep.
it is.
Renato's path was clear. Let the scientists ensure the Sky Ripper was safe to use, bring it to the rebel base, and then assault the Imperial fleet for the win.
Or the win.
Ooh.
Ooh, time to make shiny thing.
Okay. So
Shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing.
let's do it.
Oh my god, it looks like the face of Voltron.
Well,
Slash the king from Katamari
yes.
Damacy.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, upgrade that shit.
Okay.
More fire? Yes, please.
There's a face too. I wonder if the. I'm curious to see if this gets a face as well.
I feel like it should.
Right, especially with these two getting faces.
Jimmy Gems.
Gem.
It's like gem, pretty much. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shiny.
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
Can I just be excited that it's fueled by wishful thinking? Issue I have is that our murder toy looks kind of like one of those. And so I keep thinking that there's one nearby, but I know it's not. But knee-jerk response is like,
Maybe just a better version of this. It's just gonna, shoot
I mean, clearly Murder Toy is a better version of this. Oh, what is that?
Boy, some people are just liable to explode if you upset them.
We have Kamikaze Ravens.
So that's the counter. Okay.
That's a little bit frustrating that they have that kind of an enemy. to hit them once.
Yeah, you just have to hit them or throw them, and they will blow up shortly thereafter.
Hero magic.
HP's back.
Hit some hip hip. Hip hip. You know what else would get you? Hip hip. Yeah! Everything does.
I'm stuck on something. Oh no. I keep glitched. I'm stuck on something.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It didn't even let me dash out of that. Interesting.
Jump to the menu.
Can I go back in?
Yeah.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a
Oh
sword?
dear.
There we go.
There we go.
We're free.
Spin to win. Got an achievement for that.
Excellent.
Not for getting stuck, but for spinning that much.
Right? And then just in a circle.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, still it hasn't burned to the ground.
Excellent. That's what I like to see. Don't you, I was gonna say, don't you dare.
It thought about it.
It's like,
It really did. Alright, let's go inside. Let's meet some peeps. Let's meet some frogos.
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, the Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence itself.
Like his
There
voice.
are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If the Sky Ripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen until our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory,
At least go see Calaveras.
yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent
coward
Emperor.
idiot.
If
You're a coward.
anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely,
Aw,
it
Frogfucius!
would be Calaveras. It was he
Mario
who had
RPG
told Renato how to
Frogfucius.
find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use. One way or another, there had to be a safe way to use it.
I'm voting Frogfucius.
I am.
Because look at that smarmy little face of his. Okay, so Sky Ripper could destroy existence itself if there was the slightest chance that was true. Calaveras, Frogfucius was the final authority in legendary artifacts. If anyone could dispel Renardo's doubts, it would be him.
Or
Renardo had to assume the worst, not the worst,
okay.
and not use the Sky Ripper. Maybe he should bring it to the rebel base. Maybe there was a way to use this super weapon without using it.
However, he's gonna teach us how to use it best.
Use it best.
I do need to get going though.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is
Can you stay
10:16.
15 minutes so we can round it off at 10:30? You can say no.
I'm gonna have to go with no because I'm gonna be getting home at probably shortly around 11.
Oh no, guys. Alright. Say goodbye to Kureos.
You guys can continue without me. But
Okay, Kian.
I will catch you guys later, most likely in chat. Oh, I like how it has still all of our story situations.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
See you for Zeitgeist. Or Zeitgeist. I'm distraught.
Use the murder toy!
Choices made. Okay.
Okay then. Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and make this choice, and I'm probably gonna end the stream for tonight because it is pretty late.
that sounds like a plan. Actually, I just need to stretch.
Well, he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again.
Again.
The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know
like
of
his
the
little feet.
transcendent emperor?
I like how small his
Yeah,
body
Hoped it
is.
wouldn't
not
delay him too long.
proportionate.
The rebels had scheduled the
Or not
final battle
proportionate.
soon.
Yeah.
His head is
Every
too
day
far.
they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Sky Ripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Oh boy, guys. Oh boy.
Exciting.
Alrighty. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
It's getting there.
It's saving.
On its own time.
It's doing the savey save thing.
Maybe it was the cold. But after a few steps, Renado's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help? Did Renato dare use the Sky Ripper?
Yes. In this story, it will be yes.
Alright, guys. So that's it for the games tonight. I hope that everybody had fun watching. Again, I'm Pixel Ivy. I stream every single Wednesday. And this is Kureos, who is my guest for the week.
Hello.
Hooray!
And goodbye.
And goodbye. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I will see everybody next week. And I don't know who my guest is next week. So we'll find out. Hooray. Goodbye.
Goodbye.